Biology, not mythology. This is our second episode that we're going to do of this. And this time, instead of doing just viruses plainly and like how dangerous they are, we're specifically going to talk about Ebola. Okay? So, what is Ebola? And how is it so dangerous? Well, we're going to answer that in today's video. So basically, a virus is a very small thing. It's a lot smaller than a cell. It's so small, it's probably like a city inside the entire world. That's probably how big a cell is compared to an actual human atom, okay? Or virus compared to an atom, right? So basically, they can't do anything on their own, except all they can do is infect other cells, and that's the only way that they can survive, by multiplying, right? That's their main goal, right? So then, normally when a virus attacks, we have these guys. These are the dendritic cells. And their main job is to go to, I have a small drawing of them. One little guy right here. Their main job is to go to the helper T cells, and the killer T cells to go fight off the virus. So it's going to go to one, and it's going to be like, it's going to say get ready for battle to both of them, right? So it sort of wakes them up, and they sort of know what's happening and what to do, right? Right. So the problem with Ebola is that when it first attacks, it attacks in a weird way. It goes for, like I said before, Ebola goes for the dendritic cells first. So first it infects the dendritic cell, and then now we have infected dendritic cell. So now our helper cells are in killer. Helper T cells and killer T cells are kind of confused. They don't know what to do, right? They don't really know what to do. So instead of doing anything, instead of giving them orders, it infects both of them, and soon they get infected too, right? And then they even die because it makes them commit suicide. So now they're completely useless, mostly. Now normally when there are times like this, we have this guy, the natural killer cells, right? These usually help when they're trying to infect. We have cells like these that are usually infecting other cells and not doing their job like they're supposed to, right? So it goes to the dendritic cell, and well, it kills it, right? So it kills this cell. So now they can't do any more harm. But the Ebola also attacks these cells. So now they can't do anything either. They also get infected, right? And they're not really useful because they die before they can actually do any help. Okay? So, while this is happening, due to all this mayhem, near the bloodstream, right? We have all our little blood particles here, right here and there and everywhere. They're having a great time. Then we have these things called neutrophils, right? We have these things called neutrophils that are part of the bloodstream. Now they don't really do anything, and they're not really effective in a virus when there's a virus attacking. But we have macrophages and monocyte that usually help during this time, right? But But because of the virus, Ebola, attacking them, right? Now they're not doing their normal job, and now they are infected. So now that they are infected, they release chemicals to have the body break and release bodily fluids, right? So now all the blood and all the neutrophils go out, and they're fighting a job that they're not supposed to, right? Now it's just more chaos. Normally this would make sense, but this just caused internal bleeding, so that's not good too. And then, while that's happening, we have the liver, which is usually, just a normal organ. The virus finds this very, very easy to infect. So now the virus goes and infects it. So now the virus is infected, which also takes over its cells and causes more internal bleeding. So why is all of this happening, and what can we do to stop it? So let's go for the why first. So it all begins in our dendritic cells. We have the inside deep down, we have the small Ebola. We have like our dendritic cells, and oh jeez, this is not working how it's supposed to. We have this, and then we have our Ebola. We have the Ebola cells that slowly cling right on to the dendritic cells. And now that it's doing this, they can transfer their DNA inside through this. And now they can make more and more copies. So soon the dendritic cell dissolves itself and it dies out, and then creates more and more Ebola particles. So it's more like a lost cause. Now, knowing all this, should we panic? No, not really. So right now, it's only known, the only way to get infected is to have your bodily fluids come in contact with the bodily fluids of an infected person or bat. So touching their urine, their blood, their sweat, or other bodily fluids, or just simply ingesting them will get you infected. So yeah, just don't do that, okay? So basically Ebola, it can infect us, and it may be dangerous. But so far, 9 out of 10 people died. Okay, that's pretty bad. But like, thinking about this all is only statistics in Africa. And this is 9 out of 10 is mostly because most of the people who get Ebola do not have very good health care. And if there was in some place such as America, we probably may have like less than 50% chance of dying from this. So there's nothing really to worry about. And the most contagious thing about Ebola is the media around it. So basically everyone's spreading how dangerous it is or all of that. Don't get contagious. It gets contagious, but don't catch the virus in this. I hope you like this, the second episode of Biology Not Mythology, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.